Hello and welcome to the How Do You View You podcast with your host, Griffinstein. This is the podcast talking about real questions that you ask yourself to get that self-understanding. And it ain't easy. Please believe it ain't easy. Today's episode should have been part 2 of my cousin with, Danny Jr. But we went into some stuff that it wasn't offensive, but it was like, it was the pronoun stuff. And he's a young, brilliant young dude, black dude, trying to, build a software company in San Jose. So in this day and age, people will take a piece of what you're trying to say and then put it into something else. And I just felt like it wasn't, I didn't feel good putting it out, which is a good thing because, like I said, he didn't say anything bad. He's pro all of it. It's just that people will take stuff out of context and it's just not worth it nowadays. I've seen them cut it up stuff. Anyway, my point is, out of respect for him and his future, I decided to just, use that reason to give to today's show, the title, which is, watch what you say or say what you say, but, don't offend the wrong people. And, it's a lot of stuff in the news. I'm not going to, I don't say names and stuff like that because I don't care. That's not the thing I do. But that's crazy because a lot of people do. I've been watching a lot of the stuff, a lot of the beef that's been happening is because non-black people that's sitting, curating these talk shows or these podcasts or something, people will ask you, the first question they'll ask you is who you got problems with, who you got beef with, or this person said this person said that, because that's what gets your views up. People love controversy. So it's funny that a lot of the stuff that's happening is because of people that's not even, of the culture. I was watching something the other day and people will jump in your face and ask you questions. And I think it's rude, but it comes down to your own personal preference and what you feel like you should say. Because people are dying to keep it real now. It's like somebody say something and you feel like you have to. I don't even know the word, but you have to defend it. Like and they'll challenge you. So you will say, "Oh, and I'm not gonna speak on that." Oh, so you scared of so and so? That's why you don't want to speak on this, or you? And then then you say it, and now they repeat it over this thing and say, "Man, breaking news! This dude just talked about this dude," and then everybody do it, and then now this dude got to answer. It's a lot of non-black stuff going on. Anyway, so that's the question that I posed to myself for this episode of How Do You View You is how do you care without caring? How do you move safely in this world when you being tested kind of like all the time? Kind of like, it's not an easy thing to do, So just to be very truthful, I'm a menace. I'm a menace. And not because I am a menace, but because I'm perceived as a menace. So if I walk somewhere with this hat like this, or if I walk somewhere, everybody is checking their wallet and hitting their car thing, just because of what I am. And I'm not a dangerous person. I mean, I protect what I feel is family or loved ones and stuff like that, but I'm not running around, taking people's money. And a lot of people that I know don't do that. In fact, I don't even actually, in my circle, I don't have anybody that I know that does that. So I guess what I'm trying to say is it's easier to vilify somebody when you see them as a villain. The things that that happens to certain people like me is okay because, you know, y'all are killers anyway, or y'all are, you know, y'all animals anyway. I mean, this ain't something new. I mean, even in The Godfather, which is a lot of niggas' favorite movie, the dude said, let the drugs stay in the dark people, they're animals anyway. This is a, you know, I get kind of, I was told that I overanalyze stuff too much. Like it's commercials where, you know, certain things are going on and I'm looking and it's like, well, why would they use this lady? I know she's black, but she's huge, you know, and then everybody else is small. Or if they use a black dude, he's gay. Not saying nothing is wrong with it. I'm just saying it doesn't reflect me. So I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna be as honest as I can be. A lot of stuff when it doesn't reflect what I'm thinking or what I am, I'm learning now to I don't even pay attention to it. Cause you're not talking to me. And that's how we had to be, you know, in my neighborhood. We had to be, well, you're not talking to me. You know, if somebody is saying, oh, all you niggas is bitches, like, well, you definitely ain't talking to me. But some of us react off of words first. So they know the traps, all I'm gonna say. They know what to spring, they know what to say, they know what to do. Some people anyway, to get people to react. It was a dude the other day I saw and somebody said something and she stole on the dude. And I'm like, you can't just steal on somebody because he called you broke or because he called you this or because he called you anything, really, if you want to be truthful, anything. And as long as I remember I worked with a dude. I'm not gonna count this as the art of storytelling because I ain't really finna tell a story, but I remember a dude that said, and I worked at the railroad, and the dude said, yeah, if anyone called me a nigga, I'm immediately fire on him. He wouldn't. He didn't. But it's the way that he says it. Like, I said, you got kids, you got a wife, you got all of these things that you're trying to do, but you will if some dude was willing to call you a hard ER, nigger at work, you would throw it all away. And he was like, yeah, they gotta learn respect. I'm like, but you unemployed and you may be in jail. Because that's what some of the instigators do. They'll instigate you and then call the police. Because the police is just an extension of, you know, that system. So you kind of playing in their hands. I mean, luckily, you know, nobody ever did. But he said it to me, but I knew he wasn't. He was jazz handing with the non-blacks and everything. So it wasn't, he was just saying it for me. I don't care. You call me anything, which is when we was doing the Danny episode. That's what I've said about the pronouns. I was in, and I said it before on this show. I was in Walmart, and the dude called me ma'am, and I didn't. How am I get that upset about somebody that doesn't know me? It was COVID. I was wearing clothes. I was bigger. I was way bigger, but you know. And then when I went downstairs, and then a black lady called me ma'am. And I was like, well, I mean, I must have been looking extra tittyful. I don't know. Beautiful? I don't know. I had a fat ass. I don't know. I wasn't angry. I bought my batteries and got up out of there. Most people feel like they got to set things straight. I don't have to set things straight because I know me. And that took a minute, though, because, you know, when we was younger, especially in high school, almost everything could set it off. Somebody could say the wrong thing to not even to you and you could set it off. So, but a lot of people got hurt. A lot of people got hurt. A lot of people. More than they should have. Over a girl or over a hat, over a lot of people. You know, just because we couldn't control ourselves because we were so emotionally, because I was gonna go into something else, but I gotta learn to stop doing that. But because we were so emotionally broken that, you know, somebody said something, we had to prove right then that you were wrong. And usually it's bodies. And that's That's a trap sometimes. But so that's the episode today. The episode is people pulling up stuff, because everything is now is about it's about dirt. Even people don't even pay attention to good stuff anymore. So that's what it is. It's people that don't even know what you're talking about, but they'll pull it up and say, well, you said this 15 years ago. I know. I try to stay really true to whatever I'm saying. So if something happens to me, which probably will mean I'll never be famous or never have a status above what I am now, because I just can't care. I just can't care if that's how I feel. That's how I feel. Because I can say what I've said on the podcast, which was the whole him, them, they, there. It's like I go into certain places and I say, okay, thank you, ma'am, and they get upset because and really, literally, I say thank you, ma'am, and they like, no, can't you read? I love that, and they get so irritated. And I was just showing respect. So I don't even know. That's the crazy thing. I don't even know how to show respect. So what's going to happen is I'm not going to say anything. And I said this before. This sounds familiar that I'm saying this, but it's just I'm not going to say anything. And then we get that much further apart. And then when I don't speak to them, they in their mind say, oh, they don't like trans people. It's not. I've been burned. I say, ma'am, I say, sir. You say, oh, sir, don't you see these titties? No, I'm not looking at you. You're not in my life. I don't know you, so I'm not gonna do all that. Anyway, that's where I was basically coming from. I try to show respect, holding doors open and stuff. It's get to the point where you just can't do anything. Everybody, I had a lady tell me, you don't have to hold the door open for me. I'm a strong person, huh? Like, bitch, I'm just holding the door. What? I can't even hold the door? So then I have to think, is it me? Or is it... It's not me. And it's not you. Let me tell you that. It's not you. Because I know we think about it, but it's not you. It's them. But in the moment, you feel like you've done something wrong to somebody. And for decent people, not good people, because I don't like getting into this good and bad thing, but for decent people, your aim is not to hurt people. If I wanted to hurt people, I know how to hurt people. I am very good at it, but I'm using my powers for good now. I don't really charge. Oh, that's the code we used to. That's the word we used to charge. We used to charge on people. I don't charge no more. I try to help everybody that I meet. I try to enhance everybody's life that I meet. Well, not everybody, but you know what I'm saying. The people that I care for, I think that deserve it. I try to enhance their lives. But this is the world we in now, and we're gonna be more insulated. It doesn't hurt me, but it is disappointing because now, I can't even. You feel like you can't even be yourself because me being me upsets other people, which, quite honestly, has been my life from the beginning. I was very strong as a child, very strong. Me and my brothers, we was all strong. So I never actually hit anybody full strength with my hands because I thought I'd kill them, which probably ain't true, but I knew I would hurt them worse than other people hurt them. So I until recently, I have never been myself. Now I'm fucking got, which I probably shouldn't say, but I got like something is wrong with my shoulders, and I'm thinking it's arthritis. I went to go see my Uncle Jeannie in Las Vegas, and his sciatic nerve is acting up. He can't even walk without extreme pain. So, and mine's hurt too, and it shoots down my leg. So one day I'm not gonna be able to walk. I'm doing this is a sidebar. Just so you know, there are stretches you can do to help your sciatic nerve. The planks help me, and I have a pull-up bar downstairs. And sometimes I used to could do like 5. I ain't even gonna bullshit you. I used to could do 5, but lately I haven't been walking. I haven't been doing a lot of my stuff that really helps me revitalize. It's been so fucking cold. It's been so cold that I just didn't feel like going out. And I gotta start doing that again. Anyway.
W. Do you think I'm gonna be intimidated by a thug? They say I'm heartless, but I'm not though. Don't have to prove it, keep it music, Southside, birth the psycho. A public threat like a sideshow. So gather round, enjoy the sound while the rubber and the pipe smoke. You're having problems with the process. Get in line with the process.
Hope you hear it clearly, all up in your ear like abracadabra. Smoke now disappear.
Anyway, I digress from the main point, which was, not being yourself around many people. And I think it is like, it's sad really now that it is really kind of sad because it's like me not being me because I didn't want to make others uncomfortable. That's real. Damn. Goddamn, that's real. That is what I did because I didn't show that I was smart in times because, you know, other people were dumber. Not dumber, but they didn't grasp the math. Or I understood something before and I didn't say that I understood it until the rest of the class said it or wherever. Because we learned lessons that wasn't in the classroom. So I understood. That's why I stayed away from certain people because I knew, you know, this dude is gonna be trouble. So, damn, I'm gonna have to work on that. But, you know, I'm doing it better now. I'm not doing it better now. But what I am doing now is I'm addressing it now to the point where I question myself, why am I doing this? Why? You know you could have did this better or you know you could have did that better. That's the other thing. It's like a lot of people just think that this is good enough. I can't live like that anymore. Everybody is thinking that, oh, here we go. When I know that I can do this. And when you get here, it's just stair steps to get higher and higher. But if people only shoot for the mid, you know, mid is mediocre. I never shoot for mediocre. And I think that mind state is what's killing a lot of people. So gospel dropped October 31st. It looks pretty good. I mean, to tell you the truth, I only had like maybe 1,000 streams of it. It looks like the Daily Bread is the one that's going, but I haven't really promoted it like the way I have in the past. Because this one is, like I told you, this one is kind of like a niche kind of a thing, and it's not really songs that you be rocking out to. These are really like songs with messages in it, like the one Daily Bread. So gospel, just for anybody that's not up on what I'm talking about, gospel I spell GAWSPEL, which is, you know, the 7 deadly sins: gluttony, avarice, wrath, sloth, pride, envy, and lust. So GAWSPEL is how with the words I spelled it. And they would be curious to know if that's where they got gospel from, is this is the gospel so you don't go to hell. So stay away from these things. But I don't know that. So they all have to do with that. And the lust song is disgusting. So I can't really share that. And this was with Cashmere Dookie, which is me. You know, I have entities now that I do other things as. Capricornicus is actually coming out on my birthday, 1/11/74, which is just beats. And hopefully, I'm going to be able to, not hopefully, the plan is to use 4 of those songs on there for a, like an interpretive dance play. That's what I hope to do. There's a place down in Point Richmond where I live at, and they will allow me to do a 3-day or a 3-show. I'm sorry, a 3-show. So it'll probably be on a Saturday where we do one in the morning, one in the evening, and one two even shots. I don't know nothing about choreography. and it's going to be something to get to convey feeling. It's basically writing sentences. So I'll write the sentence and hope somebody can choreograph it to where, I know certain things like, my pain, and then, I'm crazy, but I don't know dance moves. So there's a lady that does classes at Rich City Rides, Nas. She, I think I'm use her. She does Afro Haitian. She does all of them. She has all of the clothes. So maybe she'll help me do it. I just have to start picking up with people. Yeah. So that's what's going on right now. So the aim for next year is a lofty goal, and it's 2 books. So on Facebook, I do this thing called Some People, and actually, quite honestly, as Griffinstein, I do quite honestly, just saying stuff that's so true to me that it may offend others, but it's very true. So I posted one today that, quite honestly, I got more dead people in my phone than live ones, and the dead ones, some of them are burying themselves as we speak. And what I meant by that was, truthfully, I have more dead people in my phone than live ones, because I just had my phone for so long, and it was a rough COVID and a lot of stuff. But it's even the people that lived through COVID who are scarred, they drinking and killing themselves one way or another. They don't see hope in their lives, and it's sad, but it's nothing I can do. It's nothing I can do. So I'm making those little sayings into a book one way or another. I don't want to say too much. I'm only doing 44 of them, and I think I'm already at 20. So I'm half done. I want to get it to the editor soon. I shopped the pre-book of the Eileen, which is a scary movie about a suspense story about a little girl who gets possessed, a black girl. And nobody wants the novelette. They want me to finish it before they want it. So I have to write the whole second book, which I didn't plan on writing, to make it one big book. So I have to get on that. And then I want to put out a Griffinstein album for April 1st, which is the revival, and then one for the 31st, which is the exorcist or the exorcism. I'm not sure yet. And then I'm gonna put out the stuff that we put out long time ago, the Dark Titans, if anybody remember that old stuff with Easy Dozen and P. Newton, and then the Concrete Method with Pretty Tony and G. Scott and Karma Manifest. Long time ago music, but it needs to be out, so that people can see it and listen to it. Now we're gonna go to the business part of it. Well, that's what I'm trying to do for next year. The 6 albums, damn, that sounds like 6 albums, the 2 books, and really videos for all of that stuff. The other thing I want to do is to get that play written, and then videos for all of that. Videos for not for all of it, but for some of that stuff, just visuals. It's gonna be rough. So what happened was, in the past 2 years since the pandemic, I was born in the pandemic. Just to put it out there, it's no lie, no exaggeration. Everything that I'm doing now is because of the desperation in the pandemic. So that's why I'm doing all this stuff now. But I was really helping other people the whole time. I was putting my time into other people, and I looked and I hadn't done half of the stuff that I wanted to do during the pandemic. So I said, you know what? I have to step back from everything to create whatever this 11 is. Whatever this 11 projections is, I have to let it run its course. And like I told you, I lost my camera, and it stung. It stung when I lost that camera. And I'm still talking about it. I'm still talking about it. And I did a lot of stuff for a lot of people with that camera. And you know, not one of them said, hey, Griff, let me give you a quarter to help. Let me give you 50 cents. Nobody. So when I did that, I said, oh, I said, I got to work on me. So what I did was I just threw myself into music. And you're going to hear it on Capricornicus. That shit is raw. A lot of that shit is raw. I even reached out to different people. They ain't hit me back though. Locksmith. I had hit Locksmith. But I'm not a producer. So I don't take it personal that somebody didn't hit me back. It's not personal. It's I hit them. If they ever look at their DMs, they'll be like, oh, this nigga hit me like 2 years ago. Then they'll want a beat. And it's not a beat. I think it's different now because I'm not really making beats. I'm really producing. Like, there's nuances in the music that I like now. And I'm listening to it and I'm like, this is different than beat making. Niggas is just making beats, throw them together and send them off to people. I'm not doing that. I want to hear this string and that shit may only play once. Or this breakdown. Or I like putting beatboxes. I like putting bridges and stuff. Shit, I'm just trying to not to cuss. I don't know why. But anyway, so it's going to be a year of the Griffinstein next year. I'm going to try to do I'm going to do everything that I need to do for me. It feels selfish though. It feels selfish, but I know it's not because I deserve it. And you deserve it. That's the thing. I think that's what how do you view you is you gotta ask yourself these questions, and basically you have to say, if you was giving advice to yourself, what would you say? What would you do? And if somebody was in the situation that I was in, I would tell them to do what I'm doing now. I would say, cause you gotta work on yourself. Because the reason is because the amount of time that I put in these other people, they are a little higher than they were. Don't get me wrong, everybody that I poured into are better people because of that, but it's not sustainable. It's just not sustainable because sometimes they look for me to be, there. Oh, I'm out of energy. Then here come Griffin, hey, nigga, get up, vomit back. I can't do that. I can't do that for everybody because because I just can't do it. I don't have the energy. So before I run out of energy, I wanted to make sure that I did the stuff that I need to do. And these books, so I will be an author next year. The book may not go nowhere, but I don't give a shit. It's how many people can say they put out a book, So I'm going to put out books, and I'm going to be looking for, that's the other thing. Once I figure out how to do these things, I'm still gonna reach back. I know it's a couple people, Sharice, Levette, my auntie, Aunt Lavinia, she wants to write a book. So when I find out, I will make the publishing house so that we can all do that. But I have to establish myself as this person so that I can help people better. Again, I'd like to thank, I'm finna end it. So I would like to thank Danny. And I know it was supposed to be a part 2, but I don't feel comfortable. I just don't feel comfortable. So, cause that's something you can't deal with. If because I put out a podcast 7-8 years ago that is causing him problems in the future, I don't know if I could deal with that. Cause it's not necessary. And that's what I think a lot of people have to deal with. They have to say, what's necessary at the time and what's real and what's not. He's my family. He's my cousin. And why would if I even think that it's going to do something to hurt him, I have to second guess it. And then weigh the things. This is not necessary. So it's a touchy subject. It probably won't even be a touchy subject in 7 years. That's the crazy thing. It probably won't even be a touchy subject in 7 years. What's funny is people saying, oh yeah, I'm coming out the closet, and then nobody reacts now. And then they like, well, didn't you hear me? I'm coming out the closet. I don't know why I did my neck. But I thought this is what you wanted. I thought you wanted people to not react where this wasn't a thing. Now people coming out the closet and they want this big reaction like, wow, he's such a, like, niggas, come out the closet. You gonna go back in it. Tomorrow, these niggas is bisexual. So you choose a woman now, you not with one another. So I don't know. In my mind, I think it may harm him. Why would I do it? That's family. That's what we all should do. But we all don't. Some people want to get headlines. They want to get this little quick fame. So they say outlandish shit to get that attention. But the attention that you get, the caliber of attention that you get, you got to keep that bullshit up to keep them people's attention. So you should just be yourself, because that's the easiest thing to be. But if you trying to just fuck with people and antagonize people, you're probably going to get your ass knocked out. Because it's going to be a point where all this shit is going to come to a head and somebody's just going to be like, nigga, I'm not playing with you. I will beat your ass. Like I saw that where you got these non-black people running up on black people playing pranks and then get their ass knocked out. Then they call the police. It's like, I don't understand it. Or one girl ran up to a girl and said, oh my God, I want to date him. She said, that's my boyfriend. She's like, oh, yeah, I don't care, but that's my favorite color. I want to date you. She said, sure, well, I'm gonna knock your ass out. She's like, no, it's just a prank. She said, but I'm gonna knock your ass out for real. And the girl just said, oh, then I should leave. She said, bitch, yeah, leave. So it's like, it's a game to them. It's a game to them. They can play with the animals and have a little bit, anyway. That's probably, I shouldn't even get into that. Anyway, this has been your episode of How Do You View You with your host, Griffinstein. I appreciate everybody that watches and likes, thumbs up, subscribe. I need to learn how to do my marketing, because I've found out through Danny that a lot of this stuff, I'm not using the right hashtags. I'm not sharing it the right way. And I can get my views up simply by doing that. But I do appreciate people and reach out to me. You know, I'm trying to, I know it's a show and I know people do shows just to get ratings and stuff, but I really want to help people with what I'm saying. If I'm not helping, you know, it's quite honestly, I have these conversations anyway. I have these conversations anyway without people. So it just helps me to be a better me. So, you know, just let me know. Anyway, peace, niggas.